Now, gave you ears full. Your shoeboxes are bursting forth now with information. You have enough here to process for quite a while. So let us lighten the energy and we will entertain questions. For you are absorbing, understand this. And if you cannot follow our words, you are taking in the feeling of what it is that you are learning and needing to experience. This is like a dream within the waking reality, for this is what you are taught in your dreams. Questions?
What's the relationship between that which we experience as ourselves in dreams and our waking experience of self?
It is a complicated issue. You would know, of course, that the waking world self seems to be very solid to all of you, and that is not so. That is a result of a frequency that you vibrate on, and it is a result of a very intent belief that you have about who you think you are, which is a result of what your parents and your school system taught you. So you think you are one solid being awake. We are saying to you that you, the you who sit here in this room, are multitudinous, awake. And in dreaming, we are searching for a word that would describe how multitudinous you are. If you wish to perceive the entity that you are connected to, you are, in simplest terms, like a clove of garlic. We were going to say an onion, but we like the concept of a clove of garlic better. For each retains its identity, and each has a heart to it in the center, and a core moves out around it, and then it is layered with shells of protection, of delicate skin, and then they are all grown together, and then there are other delicate skins on the outside, and then they are attached to a plant, and many grow from a plant. And then they are in the ground, and there are other bushes next to them. And then they are existing in a garden, and around the garden are other entities. Now, if you can conceive of yourself as the clove, one clove of garlic, it is all these other realities that are existing around you that you are attempting to realize, and you are on the way to realize this. And the key to understanding all is the idea of thought manifestation. Now, the difference between one clove of garlic and another is the fine skin that separates them. And the fine skin can be the veil that exists between realities, whether they are the waking reality or the dream reality. You travel many places when you dream. You are many selves. The you that you are, who sits here now, perhaps would go to sleep this evening, and before going to sleep would say, there's a portion of me who greatly desires to go to India and study. Then there's a portion of me who would like to go to school and study computers. Then there's another portion of me who really wants to make a lot of money, and to heck with all that. Now, we are saying to you that your reality is so flexible that when you sleep, if these are your desires, you travel and you experience within your dreams the realities that you are optioning yourself within your waking world. And then there will be a you, a quite legitimate you, who will be focused on making money and make money and work with that either successfully or non-successfully, depending upon your beliefs about that experience within that reality. There will be a you that is viable and complete who will go to India, and there will be a you who will study computers. You are multifaceted. You are a result of an electronic impulse that makes you into being, and you blink on and off, to make it very simple, and you do not see what other realities you blink in and out of. You are so finely tuned to this one that you do not understand that others are there at the flash of an eye. And this goes back to the idea of the hammer and the nails. When you wish to change a reality that you are in, you are not building a reality. You are dreaming it. You are experiencing it, then you are waking up in the reality that you have chose to manifest.
Going back to the idea of thought manifestation and putting our energy out, as you said, you realized how difficult it is for us to separate the hammer and the nails from the just putting the energy out in order to manifest something. And you gave a very simple example of people writing resumes, sending resumes out in order to get a job, as opposed to just sending the energy out. Can't both things be done at the same time?
Yes, of course. The use of the hammer and nails within the physical reality should be, would be, can be a symbolic demonstration of the self's power and acknowledgement on an impulsive basis to act out what it is that you are after. In other words, you do your creating mentally. You visualize what it is that you are wanting. And then an opportunity will present itself to you if you have your wits about you, and you all have your wits about you. And this opportunity will come up in your life as a feeling. It will come from the center of the body, and it will feel like something is moving you to think of something, or feel something, or go somewhere, or buy paper, or do something. And when you are finely tuned, you realize that this is the higher self working with the self to help and assist in bringing about what it is that you desire. If you desire a new home, you can intend it all that you like and visualize it and ask for it. But if you never leave your present place of living to make any attempt whatsoever to find this new home, you are not demonstrating to the world that you believe it is presenting itself to you. Now, say you want this new home. You may intend clearly for a while how much you wish it to cost and where it would be located, and to set this out. And it is a bigger issue, so if you are wishing a new home, you may want to spend some amounts of your time with it. Because your thoughts will go out and they will broadcast into the neighborhood that you are desiring to move into, that you are a ready buyer. and that you want a certain house. And if there is one within that neighborhood who has been desiring to move and can't imagine who would buy their house, the vibrations would connect, particularly within the dream states. You would meet and work this out. And your desire to buy and his desire to move would create impulses within both of you, within your worlds. He may wake up one day and say, honey, we are going to sell and we are going to move into a new townhome. No more yard work. It's about time we took it easy in our lives. And you yourself may decide that particular day that it is a glorious day and you arrive home from work 15 minutes earlier than usual and the sun is still shining and you say, well, maybe I'll just drive down these streets to see where it is that I could be living one of these days. And you happen to drive past the house where the sign is placed out there for sale by owner. Now we are giving a very simplistic example, but that is essentially how you meet one another and come into relationships, how you find your jobs, how you find your houses, and how you work in a cooperative venture one with the other. If you are desiring something, understand there is another out there who is waiting to be your complement, to assist you in what it is that you want. For another error that you make is that you do not understand which world these things that you want come from. You do not understand that you continuously move into different facets of your own reality. Questions?
We were talking before about dream states. How about waking altered states of consciousness? How do they relate to manifesting our thoughts?
Would that be a specific altered state of consciousness that you are referring to?
No, just one that's experienced with the waking self, but a state that is fundamentally different than what we normally experience.
Like in a meditation?
Like a meditative state, but a profoundly altered state.
There are many ways for the human consciousness to alter the reality that it has. What you need to understand is that there are veils in front of you. And as you remove one veil and slip into a meditative state, you may learn to perceive and learn to feel certain portions of the world that you did not know were directly in front of you. And as you learn to move further with this, you would find that there are great depths of experience that can be there.